Konnichiwa minasan. Hello everyone. Maayong adlaw. Reymund here. Thank you for joining us to another episode of our Be Inspired series, Empowering Voices, Igniting Minds. In this series, we have conversations with inspiring people because I believe every person has a story to share to the world. Inspiring stories have the power to lift spirits, motivate us, and remind us the potential for greatness within ourselves. Our guest for today is my role model and someone that I look up to when it comes to her leadership skills and her principles in life. She believes in me and encouraged me to apply to the MEXT Teacher Training Program here in Japan. Without her good words and guidance, I would not be here today. Maayong adlaw and welcome to our Be Inspired series, Dr. Nescel Paklibar-Panes. So how's life been lately naman, ma'am?
Good morning, everyone, especially to you, Sir Raymond. Well, life is always busy every day. Life in the office is challenging and, of course, inspiring every day. We receive a lot of visitors and documents to route. And, of course, we have DepEd memorandum, orders, and policies that we have to act upon. And in the office, we always imbibe the mantra of DepEd, one empowered team for one Pasinon dream. That's why at the end of the day, even though we are busy and we are sometimes stressed, but we always bear in mind that at the end of the day, we should be healthy and we should continue to bring Passi City to its greater heights on behalf of our learners and our teachers in school. Of course, it's different thing when you go home because that is the family side. And I am more motivated and inspired because they are considered as the my pillar and inspiration to go on with life's challenges.
Yes, ma'am. So where do you currently work at naman po, ma'am?
I am currently working at the Schools Division of Passi City as the Chief Education Supervisor of Curriculum Implementation Division. I've been there for quite some time.
Mhm.
Lately, I was assigned to this division, but before I was in the Operations Division, and it's more challenging on my part because I have
Mhm.
experienced both divisions and units, and I could empathize with my people how hard it
Mhm.
is when you're assigned to operation and how challenging it is when you are assigned again with another unit. But I do not consider it, Sir Raymond, as a burden in my part because I've been in the curriculum implementation for more than 11 years. I just feel at ease that I am back home.
So let's go back a little naman, ma'am. So where did you grow up at and how was it like?
Sir Raymond, every one of us has different story to tell. I have my own history. I have my own childhood experiences. And mine is, I can consider it as memorable and cherishing on my part because I can still recall even my memories when I was 2 years old. I grew up at the Railway Street, Passi City, Iloilo. That is from Poblacion, Ilaya. And my place in railway is called as Tamborong or the TMC. It is an acronym for Tamborong Memory Combined, where they already started this group before I was born in 1975. I grew up with other kids, with my childhood friends, childhood mates, and my childhood is very memorable and inspiring because we have experienced a lot of local games and culture. As early as 6 years old, I was taught by my grandmother how to pray, and we have that culture that when there is in need, especially of prayer, we visit one house to another, and we value this what we call bayanihan spirit with us. And I don't know if other people are still doing this in their community, that when we have excess food in our house, we tend to share it to the neighbors. And when there are cultural gatherings such as fiesta, baptism, birthday,
Mhm.
all the kids around our community gathered and eat together and in festivities. I could say that my childhood experience is indeed memorable because until we grew up, we still know each other and we still have the same culture that is being passed on from one generation to another. And now that I have my nieces and nephew, they have to experience what they have experienced so that they could interact with the children in the community and they could continue the kind of culture that I have experienced before.
Exactly. So I think that's what I like in the Philippines naman somehow, no? We have this sense of community. Like we know the person or the people living, like even sa other street somehow. I think that's the good thing in us. We are very friendly and we like to get to know people and enjoy life.
You
I mean, life
know, yes, that's true, Sir Raymond. The value orientation is that the act of kindness, of generosity, and the act of giving, the act of sympathizing and empathizing with our
is
neighbors cannot be found in other countries because
yes.
you know we tend to know all our neighbors around our neighborhood. We tend
Mm,
to value the people, no, even though they are migrants in our place, but we really accept
mm,
them as they are. And we have this called in mother tongue or Hiligaynon, we have this called pag-amlig. Amlig is to
mm,
safeguard and to take care of the people in the community when they are sick people and when they need our help and assistance. We are there. Even our presence would mean something other than the
mm.
material things that sometimes we cannot provide.
How about your siblings naman po, ma'am? How many siblings do you have?
Oh, I am the eldest in the family. I have three sisters, younger sisters, and only one brother. Next to me is a nurse, and she is working in Manila together with her husband, and they have one child and a daughter, and currently grade 9 student at Philippine High School for the Arts in Los Baños, Laguna. And the third sibling is the only boy in our family. He is married to a instructor at TESDA, Passi Trade School, and they have two kids, a boy and a girl. And the youngest in the family is a manages her own store. And both of us, the youngest and me and the
Mm,
eldest, are living together with our parents, while my younger brother being we are in the same compound. And you know,
mm,
Sir Raymond, we are just a nuclear family. We did not grow bigger.
mhm,
uh, so from time to time we have this what we call the group chat and
mhm,
checking how our parents are doing, how
mhm,
are they doing, my nephew and nieces, what are they up to. And we tend to
mhm,
grow as I was brought up with my grandparents and parents. We tend to pass down how we were able to develop the values, the character, and the behavior, the attitude that we got from our grandparents and parents, which we think greater value. Then we pass it down to them because you know the most important things in this world are not the tangible things that we see, but
mhm,
it is felt by the heart, intangible things. So the three, all
mhm,
of us have underwent the college and we got the baccalaureate degree, and we always value as siblings the value love, care,
mhm.
understanding, support one another, and many others.
So how about the life reminder that is always
Mm.
being reminded to you by your mommy and your daddy?
Ah, there are lots if I have to enumerate, but the most
Mhm,
essential are the following, of course. Being the in the family is not a responsibility on my part. I didn't consider it, but it's the act of caring and giving with your younger siblings. I was not forced to help my younger siblings, but since there are people, especially the immediate family, who helped me, so I have no reason not to help others. That's why I became their model in the family. Being the eldest,
mhm,
I have to support them. No, not by all
mhm,
means, but I want to feel them the kind of love that I've been supported by my parents as the first child and the
mhm.
first grandchild. I was loved, and so I have no reason not to love them and to support them. And so
Mm-hmm.
this is the kind of value that we got from our parents, helping one another, no envy, no greed, no jealousy, no rivalry and competition among our siblings. And so
Mm-hmm.
we grow up like respect. We respect one
Mm-hmm.
another. Whatever the decisions of my younger siblings, we sit and we plan for it. If it is in accordance and they know how to carry it, then we just leave them just like I taught them how to catch fish
Mm-hmm.
so that when
Yes.
they have their own family, they will
Mm-hmm.
also do the same with their own children. And
Yes.
of course, since we love each other, we respect and we value each other,
Mm-hmm.
there is no reason for our nieces and nephew not to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because love begets love, or amor con amor si paga. If
Yes.
there are people who loves you, there is no tendency for you not to love, not to respect, and not
Mm-hmm.
to value. And so the greatest learnings that I got from my parents is do the things right, no, and of
Mm-hmm.
course love, have patience, respect, forgive, because that is very important. We are not perfect person, but what is important is you do what is right, and you continue the value system that is being handed on to you, passed on from one generation to another. Be kind. If there is a chance to give, because at the end of the day, what matters most is not the material things, but rather the immaterial things, which is felt by the heart.
Yes, definitely. That's so true, ma'am. How about for college, ma'am? What course did you took and
Mm.
why did you took that course?
It's really my dream to become an educator, not only to become a teacher, but since I was small, I gathered younger children to my house, and then I started teaching them the basics, the ABC, the 1, 2, 3, until I finished high school. My father asked me, Inday, what course would you like to take when you go to college? I told my father I want to become a teacher. And so he asked me how many years would it takes to finish. I told him 4. So you have to finish it because you have other younger siblings after you. We cannot afford another extra year for you because the younger siblings are also wanted to go to college. So my first choice when I go to college is secondary education. My first major choice is English. However, during that time, the College of Education adopted this block sectioning wherein first come first serve basis will be the policy. And so I was number 33 in the list, and I was told by the English instructor to look for another major because they are already filled. I didn't know that there are other entrants or there are other applicants who backed out. And so my second choice is social sciences together with my other friends from Passi City. And so I started loving social science as a major. And most probably, if I did not take social studies as a major, I was not
Mm-hmm.
able to get the position of education program supervisor in 𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗓-𝗓𝗡. And I embrace and I start loving history. It's
Mm-hmm.
discipline. That's why, Sir Raymond, I was able to adventure, no? Explore and journey in the world because of my major as social scientist.
Yeah. So how about your first job naman po, ma'am?
My first job is in a private school. At the
Mm-hmm.
age of 20, I graduated in March 1996. I was 20 then. And I was hired at Mater Carmeli High School in June 1, 1996 until March 31, 1997. So I am 4 years older than my students because
Mm-hmm.
I was assigned to teach in third year and fourth year students of Mater
Mm-hmm.
Carmeli High School in Dingle. It was really a challenge on my part because of the age gap. It's just like they were my younger siblings and they
Mm-hmm.
considered me as a younger sister. So we are just like I am in their age group. But what is important is I really love to teach the young because I always feel young at heart, and last December, Sir Raymond, they invited me to
Mhm.
attend their 25th. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit
Wow.
older. It's their 25th Silver Jubilarian at Mater Carmeli High School. And
Mhm.
I'm happy to meet them. The private education is different from public, of course.
Yes.
That year, I was only receiving a very meager salary. Way back in 1996, I only received 3,200. But I
Wow.
really value it. No, I really
Mhm.
value the money. Money doesn't matter to me. What I am after is the experience to become a teacher and the preparation for me when I entered public school. I really appreciate the effort of the Mater Carmeli sisters and principal who really nurtured me to become prepared in the teaching profession. And so after a year, I retired and transferred to a public school, and that is at Passi National High School. And that's my story is a different thing, of course. But since in history first really matters, so my first teaching experience really
Mhm.
matters, and it really means a lot as an educator. So that was at Mater Carmeli High School, Sir Raymond, in Dingle, Iloilo.
Yes, ma'am. So how about the best part of being a teacher? So you've been teaching for quite some time. You have been a
Mm.
teacher for quite some time. So what's the best part or the fulfillment of being a teacher?
Oh, it's really challenging on my part to be assigned when I transferred at public school to be assigned in the lowest section of Pasig National High School, the fourth year section 14 and 13. The pride of being a teacher is looking at my students graduate. No, they were already fourth of three timer in the fourth year grade level, but
Mhm.
I really help them and assist them and invest in them so that I could help them graduate. So the biggest fulfillment of a teacher is making those students who are academically poor but was able to hurdle education and was
Mhm.
able to pass and graduate. That is the most meaningful part of being a teacher, looking at your students graduate and pass and
Mhm.
receive their diploma. That is more challenging on my part, especially those who are academically poor, that you have
Mhm.
been their teacher, and you have the best part of a teacher is really those challenging. No,
Mhm.
I am more challenged if I am teaching at the lower section are those children who really need my assistance and my help as a teacher, and those
Mhm.
kids with unique character traits that you
Mhm.
really need to twist your
Mhm.
your your strategies and your methodologies to really reward them and to recognize them that the end of the day, what is important is you have education so that you have that pride in you that once in my life I am a high school graduate. So I
Mhm.
think that's the best part of being a teacher. Your challenge is how you turn those students who are academically poor, but you enable them and motivated them to graduate and finish at the end of the school year, and guided them how life it is when there is no education and when they have not attended school.
So how about what's the one thing that you always remind your students? Maybe it's about life or about their studies.
Ay, naku, Sir Raymond, we have this, actually, it's not mine. I cap it from my teacher before in college. I told my students before, even the special science class, my dear students, kung mag-umpisa ka mo sa inyo pangabuhi, nga wala preparasyon, masirinamihay gid ang inyo pangabuhi, no? If you did not plan, if you started your life in a wrong as a product of wrong decision and wrong plan, then you will end up in a wrong decision and a wrong plan at the same time. So what I would like to say is do it right the first thing. And to my students out there, I would like to say how proud I am being your one of your teachers in school, regardless whether you did not land a good job, It doesn't matter. What is important is the value that you got from your education and how you have applied it in your life. That's the most significant part of being a teacher. And another thing, Sir Raymond, is that I really appreciate my students who, after quite some time, na, they say, thank you, ma'am, for being part of my life. Oh, that is the most rewarding part, Sir Raymond. That is the most valuable reward on a part of a teacher like me as an educator, that they have valued, even though honestly I'm very strict. They called me Miss Martial Law during my time, but I was not
Uh-huh.
discouraged to be called such because, I'm very
Mm,
strict, but I have this love and passion for teaching. I really love to teach, and especially I give more premium on quality instruction. I did not repeat
mm,
my methodology. Every day I have to strive and to make effort to really
mm.
make my students engage in class discussion and interact. No, that's I think the best part of being a teacher, Sir Raymond.
Yes, ma'am, I totally agree with that one. Nung gisagapanaw ka sa dalan, gulpi lang may magsinggit, "Ay sir,
Mm.
ma'am," gisa hindi mo to gani makilala. But those are the
Yeah.
little things nga ma-remind mo sa mga, "Ay, amo dahi rason ngayon sa naging teacher ako." It's not about the money, but the
Mhm.
feeling or the life experiences or influence naton sa aton nga mga estudyante, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, Sir Raymond. It's how we touch the lives of our students because the words that comes out from our mouth, of course,
Mhm,
will have meaning to them. The appreciation, the recognition that we even say verbal recognition would mean to them.
mhm,
I am an advocate of education. That's why I became an educator because
mhm,
teaching is my passion. And it's not only my passion and my profession, it's really my mission to become a teacher, even until now, even though I am occupying the highest position as a chief
mhm.
in our division, but I still that passion to really give assistance through teaching to postgraduate school and to those who are really needing my help in terms of education postgraduate studies.
Yes, ma'am. So how about any tip or advice that you can share to our aspiring teachers?
Oh, I have so many tips. you know, being a teacher is felt in the heart, no? It is not a just teacher lang ako, no, mamaestra lang ako. No, it's not like that. It has something to do with your what your heart is all about. And we teacher is always stereotyped by the people in the community that we are always like this and like that. Nga daw hindi na kita makapanghusay, no? Daw hindi na kita makailis. You know that
Mhm,
one. So this is my tip to the incoming or to those who wanted to become a teacher someday.
mhm,
You invest in teaching. Do not expect that you will become rich materially. But if you have invested your heart in teaching, that is more rewarding. It's beyond the resources that you got, the tangible or the material resources that you will get, because people in the community gives premium to teacher. We are the most respected in the community. We are the most valued profession in the community. You cannot get it from other profession. Even the doctors, engineers, they are there. I know how hard it is to become a doctor and engineer and other profession, but who made them all are the teachers. So, Sir Raymond, and to those who are aspiring teacher in the field, do not only think twice, think many times if you really has the heart to teaching, because teaching is not just a matter of lesson plan preparation, not only a matter of preparing the grade sheets and whatsoever, but it's putting your heart into your work, and the application of which is turning your students to become productive and worthy citizens and individuals in the community. It's not our fault if those students in the field are not professional. Well, that is their own choice. But what matter most are those students who are really aspiring to get the kind of education that they deserve. So ang pinaka-importante nga sa kalibutan, Sir Raymond, are those na hindi mo siya makaptan, no? The house, no. The cars, no. But it's the interpersonal relationship that you have invested your heart and your passion into your work, no, on the kind of character that you project in the community. Well, you cannot fool yourself, no? Sabi nga nila, hindi tayo doble cara. Although we are teachers, we are sometimes artists and actors, but hindi tayo doble cara because our love for teaching is beyond others. We serve as a guidance counselor, we serve as nurses and doctors. In loco parentes, we are the parent substitute in the school. So we care for so many children in school from different family orientation and from different backgrounds. Imagine you are dealing with different types of behavior and different family
Yes.
orientation, but at the end of the day, you are still there standing in front of them and give value and care for all your children. You know them at the end of the school year, lahat ng
Yeah.
mga estudyante mo, alam mo kung sino yung pangalan. Even though ay,
Mhm.
sabihin ka gani Inday. Sabihin ka ikaw na maestra sa Mater Carmeli.
Mhm.
Okay. So, how are you? I may not know
Mhm.
your name for now, but when you mention the school, I know that part of my heart, I was your teacher. So, Sir Raymond, what I would like to say to our aspiring teachers in the field, put your heart, no, in teaching, and then do what a teacher is expected to do, loving our learners beyond, diba? We are parent substitutes, so be real parent in school, and of course value every child because they will have
Mhm.
to tell you something. They will have a story to make in the future, and
Mhm.
mind you, if even if the word of a teacher will touch millions of lives of our learners.
So you also went here in Japan, ma'am. The reason why I'm here is that you encouraged me to apply here sa MEXT teacher training program. So way back then, how were you able to find this opportunity and how was it like?
Meaning to say that I have mentored and coached you, Sir Raymond. I am not only a teacher, but I am
Yes,
a mentor and coach at the same time. Actually,
definitely.
my coming to Japan 20 years ago almost, I was only invited by chance by my friend, my former schoolmate in Passi National High School. She's very interested to apply for the Mombosho Teacher Training Scholarship Program, and so I was motivated to do so. My purpose of coming to Japan is really to experience how life it is there, because as a social science teacher, Philippine education is not putting more premium on social sciences major, but rather in English, science, and mathematics. A lot of trainings were given to them. However, other learning areas were deprived. So during my interview, I verbally told them that only very few trainings were given to social science majors or teachers in the field. And so I have the confidence to say that even I am a social science teacher, my going to Japan would mean a lot of experience and memorable insights that I could gain, so that when I go back to the Philippines, I could share it to my students as well. You know, my experience in Japan, Sir Raymond, is very
Mhm.
vast. Very vast. Although Japan is my second international travel, my first international travel was a conference. I have
Mhm.
attended in Bangkok, Thailand in the year 2000. I was 2 years in teaching that,
Mhm.
and it was my privilege to attend there. And my second international trip is a scholarship training in Japan for 18 months. I hurdled the interview, the preliminary screening, until I was introduced to my advisor. Just like you, I experienced learning Nihongo, no?
Yes.
Uh, Mainichi isugashi desu kara. No? Every
Mhm.
day is a busy day learning the hiragana, the katakana, and of course the kanji. And
Yes.
it's 4 areas: the oral, the oral reading, of course, the writing, the
Mm.
listening skills, and ano pang isa, reading, writing. Basta four, there are four areas every day for 6 months. I have hurdled it, Sir Raymond, and I told myself that when I go back to the Philippines, I will invite other teachers, scholars who
Mhm.
are interested to apply. And after my scholarship ended, my other two friends who became a supervisor was also availed, and my other friend from Negros, from Cabancalan, availed it, and my former student in high school. You are the fifth to be invited by me to attend the scholarship
Thank you.
training. Oh, I know that you will experience the same experience that I have, but it's really a rewarding part being a Japanese scholar. I am really indebted to the Japanese government and the Philippine government as well, because I am under scholarship with pay. So at the end of the scholarship, I have to go back to the Philippines. But there are many things, Sir Raymond, that I have
Mhm.
experienced. My Japan study, there are many
Mhm.
things. First time, the
Yes.
essence of time is very essential among Japanese. So
Mm.
when they say that the program will start at 8, be there 15 minutes before the
Yes.
program. When they
Mhm.
say that it will end after an hour, they will really end after an hour. When they say that the train will arrive at 8:03 in the morning, look at your
Mhm.
clock and the train will really stop in front of you. That is
Mhm.
first time. Another is, of course, the honesty of the Japanese people. I could attest
Mhm.
so many times as to their honesty, because it really pays when a person is honest. I think it's already imbibed in the Japanese culture. They're being honest, na, because they have the integrity and the sincerity at the same
Mhm.
time. Second, that is, of course, honesty. Another is their value of money. They do
Mm.
not think that at the end of the month they will receive their salary. Well, they just
Mhm.
only work and work. No, because
Mhm.
diba, as I have said, time is money and money is time.
Mhm.
And then their hygiene. The
Yes.
Japanese feel very hygienic. They are very
Mhm.
clean. They put more premium on their research, putting how to really maintain hygiene. Well, you can even lay your back on the streets because it's very clean. And of course, they number five is they follow traffic
Yes.
rules even at night.
Yes.
No, they are
Mm.
very, and even they have their customary bowing as a sign of respect.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
of course, other things such as like that, they also give premium to their oldest in the family. Their
Mm.
the oldest, mga obachan, mga
Mhm.
lola, lolo, or their parents. They have high regard with their parents and the most respected in the, just like us. But at the end of the day, kanami lang sang ila nga panimuot as a Japanese community, that they have to work and they have to reward themselves from the money that they got from their earnings. So I
Yes,
wish
ma'am.
that we could experience the same.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, for sure. Duro pa yung maka-experience in the future from Passi City. There really are lots of things nga kadaliso mo kung kisa makahambal ka nga sana all. Dahil sa
Oo.
Pilipinas, amo man
Sir
ka dyan.
Raymond, another thing is you will enjoy travel. You
Mm.
will never get lost in Japan, even though that mostly of the instructions are in Japanese. But upon
Mm.
hearing it repeatedly, you will get familiar with those
Yes.
things. Travel around from northern part of Japan to the southern
Mhm.
part of Japan. I travel alone, but I did
Ah,
not lost.
uh, and they are
uh,
very helpful. Sometimes, bisan di sa nakamaan mag-English, they
mm-mm.
really get out of their way to bring you sa lugar nga gusto mo agtunan. I think that's
Yeah,
very...
that's true. There are Filipino community there, and we Filipinos are always known of our being friendly. Na among other, I don't know with other countries, but among best of my experience, mostly of my friends are not only Asian. I have friends from Westerner, friends from
Mhm.
Spain, from Mexico, and of course from other countries.
Yeah. So which university did you go to here, ma'am, before
Ah,
during your school?
Yeah, my first university is at Kobe University. It was regarded as the top five university of Japan. That is the very
Mhm.
reason why that the Japanese intensive language course is very rigid.
Uh-huh.
Sir Raymond, even at the train, inside the train, we are memorizing the A, E, I, O. Oh.
Yes.
And then the kanji that
Mm.
we have to memorize, and we say it verbally,
Mm.
and then the people inside the train would keep staring at us, and I just presumed that mga gaijin ini sila, or foreigner from
Mhm.
Japan, or they
Yes.
are students. So that's the reason why every time there is a community gathering, I would always say, Philippine karakita, Nesel Tomoshimasu. Hello everyone. I'm Nesel from the
Yes.
Philippines, and I went to Japan as a researcher,
Mhm.
so that they will give you high regard, because teachers
Yes.
or sensei in Japan are regarded
Mhm.
as the highest people, as
Mhm.
the highest, with the highest form of respect. Kobe
Yes.
University, that was my first for university for 6 months.
Mhm.
Then after that, for my research, I studied at Hyogo University of Teacher Education. It was an inaka. It's a province life,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
it's a different life from Kobe, because Kobe is very near Osaka. And every
Mhm.
day I have to ride in a train, and I have to ride in a bus in going to the university. But when I was transferred at Hyogo University of Teacher Education, the university allowed me to borrow the bicycle for free. And I
Mhm.
used it to go to the mall and to go to places where I want to, even going to the university, back to the dormitory. And I have mastered the art of bicycling, I mean. From point to point.
Uh-huh.
I have a 1 hour
Mhm.
ride. That's a customary ride in a bicycle, going to one
Mhm.
place to another. So indeed, Sir
Mhm.
Raymond, my 18 months life in Japan is really precious, priceless.
Mhm.
Priceless, because I cannot repeat it again, and nobody could experience the same thing that I experienced before. And I always advocate that being an international scholar is different from the type of scholarships that we receive in our country. It's really rewarding, because it's a challenge on our part, the Filipinos, to go to Japan and struggled with
Mhm.
their oral, no, Japanese language, Nihongo.
Mhm.
Pero sorry, but even until now, I can speak a little Japanese, because I used it in my daily routine in the house,
Mhm.
just like my imoto, my okasan, otosan, and then
Mhm.
ototo. Then my
Mhm.
family members alone.
Mhm.
So I wish that you could also experience the same.
Yes. How about your first few months or first few weeks naman, ma'am, sa Japan? What are the things that you have to readjust or adjust or get to
Mm.
know a little more?
we arrived we arrived on October 1, 1996, at Kobe International House. That is in Nada Prefecture, no, in Nadaku, parang street. And then first thing, I should go the following day. So that is my second day. I went to the front desk, and I told the front desk person in charge there to give me a map, Japanese map, so that I can go around and looking at the map, the landmarks. So imagine, ang first day ko, nagkadto na ko sa zoo. Oh, can you imagine? I went to the
Mhm.
parang mini plaza nila, but that time I
Mhm.
don't have access to a very good cell phone. Imagine in
Mhm.
1996, in 3310, 3210 ang
Yes.
cellphone. You cannot use
Uh-huh.
it there. Oo.
Mhm.
Then I don't have the first photo of my first travel to the zoo.
Mhm.
Pero ginbalikan ko gid siya. Then I went to buy some rice, no?
Mhm.
Because
Rice
I
is
have
life.
stocks now. I need to go to the convenience store, and then
Mhm.
I have with me this parang English dictionary, English Japanese
Mhm.
dictionary, and then I go inside the mall, and they said, "Irashay nase." what's that all about?
Yes.
Probably good morning. I no, it's good morning is different, 'di ba? So, konnichiwa, mga ganyan yung kanilang greetings. And then, arigatou gozaimasu. Okay. So, it's thank you very much. So, the
Mhm.
first week is really exciting one, an exciting experience because you have to look at the streets because in the following day you will go around and you will be assured by your guide and going to the bank, going to apply for the card and so forth and so on. So I contacted my first 3 days. I already contacted my family members through a
Mhm.
Brastel card. I don't know if it is still
Wow.
there. Brastel. It's parang
Ah.
European card. You have to
Mhm.
dial it, and for almost 5,000 yen, I think Brastel card costs like that. And you have to use it for 2 hours. And so when I first told my family, hambal ko madalian
Mhm.
nyo, kay gapatak ni. Madalian nyo kay I need to be in a hurry. But because of internet later, nagkaroon na ng Yahoo Messenger,
Mhm.
ano ba yun? Ayun. So I told my family members to just go to the computer cafe in Passi City
Mhm.
so that we could have video cam. So my first
Yes.
experience, ganon lang sa Raymond, parang ano kung sa foreign land pa daw buki ka man, ano,
Yes.
napadpad ka sa isang lugar wherein you are not familiar with,
Mhm.
especially with the streets, the language, the food,
Hmm.
so forth and so on.
Yes,
Mm.
ma'am. So feeling ko gani daw parang parang alien ako.
Oh,
Like because like you
alien.
listen to them, hindi mo
You have
maintindihan na
nobody to.
intindi.
Oo. Maayo
Pero as
kami
time goes
Sir Raymond because tatlo
mm.
kami nga Ilonggo.
Oh,
Iba-iba lang ang
nice.
amon nga room, oo. And then,
Mm.
ang una ko gid nga nakilala nga international student was Khalil. Khalil is a
Mhm.
Yemeni from
Mhm.
Yemen. Okay, so because Cynthia told me that I don't know if he can speak English, so what I did is I introduced myself. Hello, Khalil. Hello, I'm Nescel from the Philippines.
Mhm.
How about you? And then he told me, I am Khalil. Ay, it's good. You know how to speak English. So that was the first. And then he is
Mhm.
a Muslim, and we became
Mhm.
friends all throughout the year. My stay in
Ah.
Japan, we attended the same university for 18
Mhm.
months. And of course, Oliva, my Mexican friend, and then
Mhm.
Giap, my Thai friend, and Easter, my friend from Spain. Ako na.
Yes, ma'am.
Kay friendly kita iya nga mga
Yes.
Filipino.
Okay, so about how many seasons were you able to experience naman, ma'am, and what's your favorite?
Four. Four
Mm.
phases. I arrived in Japan autumn. That is autumn, quite cold, like Baguio. But as the November and December approaches, nag-onset na siya ni winter. So in my place in Hyogo or in Kobe, not so cold. Pero naga-snow man siya, pero not so thick as other places in Japan, particularly in the northern part. But I experienced in Hyogo the first snow according to the people in the community after 10 years, more than 10 years,
Wow.
that the snow is very thick, mga siguro
Mm.
mga 2 feet the thick, nagadig na kami, and then it's -4 temperature,
Oh.
no, colder than the temperature inside the refrigerator. And
Uh-huh.
so I had to switch off my refrigerator. And but the my favorite season in Japan is spring because
Mm.
outside my window, there is a cherry
Mm.
blossoming.
Yes.
You
Mm.
see? So every spring, I open my window and I could
Mhm.
see the cherry blossom blossoming on the streets, and it's really
Wow.
beautiful.
Mm.
Every day I
Yes.
have to go using my bicycle,
Mhm.
meeting the obachan, yung mga elders in the community,
Mm.
planting
Mhm.
strawberries and planting vegetables. I
Oh.
go there visiting them.
Yes.
And yeah, so my favorite season in Japan is spring.
Yes,
Although
ma'am.
I love autumn, I don't
Yeah.
like summer because it's just like in the Philippines, it's very
Mainit.
hot and the humidity
Mhm.
is different. I
Yeah.
dislike summer in Japan. I love winter, but it's very cold. You
Yeah,
cannot go
so
out.
true.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insakto again. How about your
Mm.
first snow experience here in Japan,
Ah,
ma'am? How was it like?
December 22, 1990, ano ba yun? 2005. I
Mm.
pumunta kami ng Universal Studios Osaka ata.
USJ,
I
yes.
think towards New Year. I think it's 2004. My friend from Hiroshima, who is also a scholar, went to Kobe to celebrate New Year with us. So since there are four of us in the batch, we were complete that time, sometime in New Year of December 31, 2004. But prior to the New Year, we visited the Universal Studios in Osaka, and it started the snow started to fall. Ay, daw mga buki sa ilalom sang snow. And then I do like this, the first drop of snow on my cell phone na kami that time. So we have to
Uh,
capture beautiful photos. We have the first
mm.
AU. I don't know if it is still existing. The
Yeah, AU
AU,
Mobile.
AU
Mm.
phone, mobile phone is for free.
Mm.
Zero ano yan, basta may plan ka lang. So ayun, we post in front of the Universal Studios with our umbrella with us, but the snowfall is not so thick, no, on the peak of
Mm.
the winter. But that was my first experience.
Mm.
Nagtumbo-tumbo gid kami sa Raymond makakita sang snow.
Uh,
Oo.
Because very magical, ma'am, ano yung first snow experience.
Yeah, na snowball experience ko man na sometime in December 22 of 2005 sa Hyogo kay tiken gid ya ang snow that time. Hindi kami makabisikleta kay it's very slippery.
So how about the places that you visited in Japan and what's your favorite so far?
My favorite place, I think one of my beautiful place, of course, it's Mount Fuji, but I haven't seen I haven't seen because it's snow-capped siya. At the same time, it's foggy because it's December when we've been there. There is this
Mm.
what we call the Hakone, the famous place in Tokyo. I think makita mo sa likod sang Hakone nga ina ang gina pinaka namin nga scene nga mag-picture kasang Mount Fuji. That is only one. Another is Lake Biwa. Biwa Lake is also famous. We have to travel through ferry boat going to the Lake Biwa. And ang mga famous
Mhm.
nga Himeji Castle is
Oh, yeah.
another. I've been there twice. And of course, another is the Kinkakuji, yung temple in I
Oh,
think in
Golden
Kyoto. Oh,
Kyoto, yes.
Kinkakuji. It's in Hyogo. Those are mga temples and shrines ang makikita mo in Japan are those na makikita mo lang dati sa postcard but you've been
Yes.
there. Oo. So kanami gid siya nga experience actually being there in ano. Plus you will experience four types of season.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am. How about your favorite food naman, Japanese food?
Ay, ang dami. Ang dami. One is okonomiyaki in
Ah,
Hiroshima. That's one. Okonomiyaki,
mm,
that's a famous in of course, tempura.
mm,
All types of tempura, vegetables, niko, mga yaki-yaki nga na. Of course, I like sushi and sashimi, but I'm very selected sa mga
mm,
ramen. I also like Japanese
yes.
ramen, Japanese udon. Ang dami niyan
Mm,
mga food that really authentic. Lahat ng may seaweed. I like it. Oo,
yes,
ang dami
healthy.
Sir Raymond na masasarap. Because, Japanese food is, attracts, very attractive and they are very good
Mm,
in presentation. But
mm,
according to some foreigners, Chinese food satisfies the stomach, but Japanese food satisfies the eyes. Pero in fairness to me,
oh,
I really like Japanese food. Even though it's sushi, mga tuna or sashimi, and pinaka delightful na food nila sa not oyster but lobster that comes out every December. I don't know the kind
oh,
of cooking, but
mm,
I experienced eating that one.
mm,
It's very expensive. I ate that one in
mm,
Tokyo during my visit to Mount Fuji. Specialty na nila
ah,
every December, lobster.
oh,
Oh,
mm.
mm-mm,
Very expensive pa
mm-mm.
for sure kung sa Pinas, pero diado parang chill.
So,
Okay.
dami siya ha, tempura, mga yakisoba, okonomiyaki.
Mm,
Then yung dito sa Philippines, yung parang takoyaki, I also love that
ah,
one. Mga
mhm,
vegetables, sashimi, sushi. I love all of them. Even naka-platter siya or naka-bento, I love
mm.
eating those one.
Yes. So you've been to Thailand, you've been to Japan. What other countries have you been to, and what are the countries that you are looking forward to visiting in the future?
Ay, numerous countries I love to go. My first travel is in Thailand, my second in
Mm-hmm.
Japan. Then I've been to Beijing, China. I experienced the first man-made wonders of the world, that is the Great Wall. And then after
Mm-hmm.
that, I've been to Hong Kong, then Macau, then Taiwan. I've been to Singapore, Malaysia. Last year I've been to Oman, Jordan, Israel, Egypt. And this coming March 6th, I will go 6 to 11. I will go to Korea. So that will be my 13th country. And this coming
Yes.
April, I will go back again to Thailand and I will go to
Mm.
Cambodia and Vietnam. So all in all
Wow.
for this year, ayan, mga 15 na. I look forward to going to Europe
Mm-hmm.
because it's my dream to go to Greece. Historian kasi
Mm-hmm.
sa Raymond. Those
Yeah.
I taught before in the book. So Greek history. Then I
Mm-hmm.
want to go to Italy, to Rome, and then of
Mm-hmm.
course to Portugal. 'Di ba mga
Mm-hmm.
ano sila eh, they are the ano ba mandirigma, the
Mm-hmm.
empire, no? And
Yes.
then Spain. I really love to go to Mediterranean Sea. And then
Mm-hmm.
France, ano pa ba, Germany, the Scandinavian countries so that I could
Yes.
see
Wow.
the aurora borealis, the
Oh,
Norway,
true, true, true.
Sweden, and
Mm-hmm.
Finland. Although it's very expensive, but I love to go there. Switzerland, most of the tourist destination that I would like to go to is in Europe.
Europe.
And
Safe.
mga United States later na lang yun, Sir
Ah,
Raymond. Collecting
yes.
countries, collecting memories.
Mm,
That's my motto in life.
yes. Wow, I like that. And also, I
Mm.
think naman, Mama, no, it's really nice that you're feeling next week or next month or next year, may kantuan ikaw nga country, parang yung motivation mo and excitement really is big
Amo lang
thing.
di
I
ang
mean,
maano ko sa mga viewers naton, Sir Raymond. The first law of money is to reward yourself first. So give the best for yourself, not to others. If you have family, spare some portion of money that you will reward yourself. I will reward myself with the most expensive food in Passi City, the most expensive food in this hotel.
mhm.
Sano kay mo yung ma-experience kung nagabatang ka na? Remember,
I like
even
that.
though you are teacher one, take note of this, particularly my fellow educator. If you are occupying a teacher one position at the end of the year, 4 years, milyonarya ka na kay kung sundon, mga imong gross income is beyond million. However, you ano lang, nag-aagi lang na sa imo kamot. Why? Kay ang neto mo amo lang ni siya mo, pero reserve something for yourself. The most rewarding part, dapat ikaw, anay. Ikaw, maski may bata ka, may bana ka man, Sir Raymond, may nanay ka, pero ikaw, anay, ang mag-experience sina so that at the end of the day, ay, nakakaon ako sina. No, hindi ka mag-regret. So that's
Mm,
what I valued as I stay longer in the profession. I reward myself through
mm,
travel. I pay my own travel expenses. Wala man na ginakuha iya sa DepEd funds. Nakuha ako siya sa ginsuktan ko out of my DepEd salary. Yun.
yes. So how about your realizations naman, ma'am? You've been traveling to many countries already. So what are your realizations when you are traveling abroad?
Ay, appreciating the uniqueness of every culture, people, lifestyle, places, tourist spot. Every country has something unique to present, 'di ba? 'Di ba may mga gina-look forward kita just like when I go to Korea, Seoul, Korea. Ah, may gina-look forward ako nga gusto ko makita, mga food that I would like to taste, places that I would like to visit there. So, I have my notebook with me every time I journey, no? May ano gina siya naka-notebook so that siling ko
Mm-hmm.
when I'm about to retire, in fact, I'm already gathering it. I will have this photo gallery of my travel so that my future generation would be inspired to do so someday. Bakon, si Lola na mo,
Mm-hmm.
nag-travel, mani kami ma-travel man. So what
Mm-hmm.
made our Lola travel is because nga nag-save siya, no? Nagtinguha siya. She has sacrificed so that she could place she could visit these places. Just like Sir Raymond, I was motivated to go to different Disneylands. Six lang na sila pala in the world. So I've been to Tokyo Disneyland. Anong lang na sila sa
Mhm.
kalibutan. May Hong Kong Disneyland. O amo na bala. Singapore Disneyland. May other pa siya nga kalatuan. Just like man-made wonders of the world. We have, di ba? May mga ancient wonders. The Taj Mahal,
Hmm.
the Angkor Wat, Borobudur.
Mhm.
Then we have this Great Wall of China. Pyramid of Egypt,
Hmm.
I've been there. So, duha
Yes,
na ang ancient
duha na.
wonders na nakantuan ko.
Uh-huh.
As to heritage naman, I have Himeji Castle is a heritage. No, World Heritage na nga renowned. So, that's why may tip for you as traveler, picturean nyo gina ang name ng mga nakamark. I've been
Hmm.
there at this time, at this hour, or sometimes I collect a bottle of soil, mga sa ilang lang lugar na label ko na from Jordan, from the River of Galilee, ayan, from Oman, para collection mo, mga relics. So when you go, even mga leaf, mga rose nga ginhatag sa amon sang Egyptian travel guide, ginpa-flat ko to Sir Raymond so that ma-preserve ko na nga this was from Egypt. Oh, see?
Yes. So I know you are a very busy person, ma'am, ano, but how do you balance work and life and enjoyment?
Every day is a busy life, but you have every time I manage to have me time. Akon nga oras. My mother knows it. I have my me time, especially after I arrive home. I see to it that I can walk, exercise, around our streets there. And of course, matagla ka sa langit, mapasalamat ka sa mga blessings na ginhatag sa imo. I'm together with my niece as we walk along the streets back and forth for 30 minutes to 1 hour and then pondered upon what had happened for the day. And of course, I thank God for sustaining me and for the different learnings and insights that I gained for the day, the realization. So, always give yourself your me time. Ako niya nga oras,
Mhm.
di nagpagwaon kay tapos
Mhm.
naman ang akon nga time sa obra. So I
Mhm.
deserve my me time. I'm very
Mhm.
happy that my family is very supportive that when I arrive home, I have nothing to do except so looking at my emails because the other family
Mhm.
members has to do the work for me. Kaya ano lang na ako na sermo, division of labor inside the house. So it doesn't matter that
Mhm.
I am bringing a lot of income in the family nga hindi na ko yung mag-obra. No, I have a share of work,
Mhm.
especially during weekend. We do like what others do, cleaning the house and maintaining
Mhm.
the things inside the house. But ang pinakamanami lang is to have this work-life balance.
Mhm.
Honestly, I am currently at
Right.
the hospital accompanying my mother who have an infection in the urine, but is just sitting there and listening to me at the moment. Before
Mhm.
coming to the hospital, I managed to have lunch with my family because
Ah.
every month, Sir Raymond, this is my legacy
Mhm.
to them that we have to go out and do lunch, dining, mapabuffet man siya, or mapa-short order man, mabakal-bakal kami, or just having the road trip because family bonding is priceless. You cannot repeat it, the same experience, even though it's the same or every day is different from one another, so you have to value and give premium to do what is important is before you sleep you have to think what
Mhm.
things to be done the following day so that you can
Mhm.
finish it. If you cannot finish it because of the so many intervening factors, then you
Mhm.
have to rewrite it again. What are the priorities
Mhm.
for tomorrow? Or just like today, I am on leave for the whole week. So I have to
Ah.
delegate the work and the task to the people
Mhm.
in the because this is beyond my control. Getting sick,
Mhm.
no, being in the hospital is beyond my control. And so you have to delegate it and monitor it from time to time. But of course, I have
Mhm.
to courtesy with my superior before. Ang namin lang, Sir Raymond, is you do not push yourself to finish the work.
Mhm.
Kaya po yun kasi
Mhm.
na you will become stressed.
Mm,
So
yeah.
give yourself a break because health is very essential and it's very important. However, I am so sad that Filipino has low regard when it comes to health. That's why when
Mhm.
they are inside the hospital, they are already critical. Di na sila
Mhm.
masalba. because of what deters them not to give premium to their health is money.
Mm,
It's a very sad thing, Sir Raymond. But we cannot do otherwise kung hindi man
mm,
mapilit ang tao to take care of their health. Wala man kita mahimo
mm,
sina. No? But as children of our parents, we should see to it that all of us are healthy in the family.
mm.
Life-work
Yes.
balance is meaning you prioritize. What's your
Mhm,
prioritize? Basta ako niya may routine gid ko ya nga hindi gid na iya madula.
mhm.
30 to 1 hour na brisk walking every day.
Oh, wow.
Even though
I
I
like
am in the hotel, malakat-lakat dito na, yes sir, even
mhm,
sa mga beach kami, ma-walk gid ako yan. That's one way of releasing stress, releasing
mm.
the negative energies in my body, na.
Yes, so how do you see yourself naman ma'am, like 10 years or 20 years or 15 years from now?
Ay, ma-retire na kayo, Sir Raymond. 10 years from now, I'm planning to retire even though I will not reach the age of 60 because I have planned for myself, no? Everything begins with a plan.
Mm,
Sometimes other plan cannot be achieved at the end of the year, but again, plan for the next year, for the second year. Siling ko, I'm already 26 years in service, plus one
mhm,
year in private school. So more or less, I'm 27 years as educator at the
mhm,
age of 48, meaning more than half of my life, no? Half of my life is spent with sa education or sa
mhm,
teaching. So siling ko to give other chance to be promoted on my position when I have another 10 years, I will turn 36 years in service in the
mhm,
government. And if I am guaranteed of the 90%, I will retire from DepEd and wait for my pension when I turn 60. That's
mhm,
my goal. And then I have to devote my time to community work.
mhm,
I have a lot of affiliation in the community. I am a member of the St. William Parish. I
mhm.
am currently the vice president of the Philippine Japanese Association of Scholars. So,
Yes.
or the Phila James Visayas chapter. So I
Mhm,
will continue to do it. And
mhm,
then, of course, I am very active in the alumni association of my elementary, secondary, and even in the college years. So,
mhm,
and of course, I am a freelance editor,
mhm,
consultant of research paper in the postgraduate. Even though I am in the hospital, but I am editing paper and manuscripts. O, di ba?
uh-huh.
Ito yung tinatawag na kumikitang kabuhayan.
Yes, perfect.
Oo, and then sometimes I am attending defense, oral
Mhm,
defense, virtual defense. So,
mhm,
ayun, even though I am just at home, just like you, I have extra
mhm.
income. Muna
Wow,
siya ang
salamat.
ginagawa, serving the family, social work, mga
Mhm,
ganon, no?
mhm,
Feeding children, those are my, siguro ma-devote ako sa simbahan, ibalik ang
mhm.
tanan nga blessings nga
Bless you.
na-receive.
Yes.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah, so I think this is the last one. So what's your motto in life that you always remind yourself, or motto or guiding principle in life?
Damo akon mo to, sir.
May digid ay problema.
Maghimo ka lang sang maayo, no? Actually, hindi lang siya good, but rather be consistent of what you have planned and decided upon. Go on life struggles. Imagine, sir, I have manifested Holy Land pilgrimage. I've been a pilgrim in the Holy Land. And I see the life of the Israelites, no, where Jesus lives and was born. So nakita ko good, sir, that in our life, it doesn't matter whether you have lot of material things. Above all, when we die, wala ina siya value. So ang pinakamanami daw sa aton nga pangabuhi, mag-plan kita, plan goodness, no? Plant goodness, and of course you will reap the fruits of your labor later when you do good to others. Even if you are not appreciated, Sir Raymond, still continue to do good. Amo lang na nga ako niya nga motto in life. Even if others will not say thank you, it's all right. What is important is the most rewarding thing, as I repeatedly saying to you, is that those intangible things that you have possessed, ang kanami sa imo panimuot, amo ina Sir Raymond, ang pagka mapinasensyahon mo, mapinatawaron, maamligon, pagbulig, pagbuylog, pagbalangga, pag-amlig sa isig katawo. Siguro amo lang na ang akon nga no, just um, do the things that will make other people happy, that will make other people inspired and motivated to go on with their lives. Even though I cannot give the material things that they need for now, what is important is you pray for those people who are in need. Just like they don't have food to eat, then mangita kita paagis nga may somebody who will provide their food to them. So ang akon lang is that from generation to generation, I will keep on telling my younger siblings and my nieces and nephew, help is the if there is a chance to help, be kind and generous and spread love in the community, because if there is love, there will be no greedy person. There will be no person who will abuse power and authority. Ma-maintain gid na Sir Raymond ang peace kung may pagigugma, especially that will radiate in the home. Sa kada balay, kung may pagigugma, kag pagrespeto, it will spread all throughout the community, and there will be no war. Wala gid pag-ilinaway. There will be no conflict, and there will be no rivalry. There will be no jealousy, competition. See, himo ka lang sa mga butang nga maayo, kag makapamaayo sa imo isig ka tawo. O, di
Mm.
ba? Hiligay nun yun.
Matulog. Yes.
Oo.
So I know you are an advocate of this naman, ma'am. So how about any financial advice that you can share to everyone?
Yeah, no books kapin. It is not kapit from the books, my financial literacy. You know, I started saving my first savings when I was 7 years old in grade one under Miss Emedelisa Aventura, no, the advocate of, I don't know if it is part of the curriculum that time to advocate pagtitipid or being thrifty. So I started with the 11 pesos as opening deposit, and at the end of the school year it increased na, it's mga nagdaw na something 200 pesos. And then I really valued being thrifty because my grandmother is very thrifty also, because my grandfather is a businessman, and my grandmother has to keep the income of the my grandfather. And so from there, I told myself that I have also to save, because you know the only way that you could save and you could improve your life is attaining an education. Mugi din na, because education is a priceless inheritance among our parents. Di na siya makuha wherever you go. You always carry it with yourself. And so from there, the theories that I have learned from my professor in college, she told us, save in something that does not move, lupa. That is the very reason why the excess of my scholarship allowance, since I also received my salary in the Philippines, the excess, I bought a portion of land in a subdivision, and then I valued it until I saw the titulo na lupa. And then because of this, I was encouraged to save a little from my first year of education. After my postgraduate study, I told myself that my first 2 years, I will save this kind of amount of money. Mandatory savings, Sir Raymond. Halimbawa, sa 100 pesos, isave ko ang 30 pesos. Mandatory gid na kada sweldo ko, ng sweldo ko sa isa ka bulan 100, 30% of my salary for 2 years i-save ko. The following year, ginhimo ko na siya nga, third and fourth year, ginhimo ko na siya nga 40 pesos. Then the following after 2 years, ginhimo ko na siya nga 50. So mandatory savings na, hindi mo na siya pagkuhaon at unless it is critical concerns na gid, no, or priority. Gina-apply ko lang siguro, Sir Raymond, what I have, what I have, my personal experience. When I buy something, may apat na kapamangkot. Need ko gid ini, just like sapatos. Do I need it? Important gid ini? Or it is nice to have lang nga another shoes? Or it is unimportant and I and you? So, just like buying a shoes last, kahapon, nagbakal ako sapatos. need ko siya, no? Hindi siya important, no? Hindi pa siya important because I will not use it
Mhm.
right after. Pero need ko
Mhm.
siya because I found that my shoes, which I use it for almost 4 or 5 years na pre-pandemic
Mhm.
time pa, na nag-surrender na gid, sir. So I have to
Uh-huh.
buy something because need go for future occasion. Pero hindi siya importante on that day. Ngay, now hatagan ko sample ka
Mhm.
difference ka need kag important.
Mhm.
I went to Bacolod City.
Mhm.
Nabili ng ako ng sapatos nga gamiton ko sa defense.
Mhm.
Ang pagbakal ko ka sapatos, hindi ko siya need. Hindi
Mhm.
ko siya need kay damo sapatos na bilhin lang sa balay. Pero important siya sa occasion. Kay the
Hmm.
following day, gamiton ko na siya.
Mm.
So that's the difference between need and important. Kahapon nagbakal ako shoes, need ko siya pero hindi pa siya important kay wala
Mhm.
pa ko
Mhm.
gamitan. So amo
Mhm.
na ang ginatawag bala nga identification of what is need, what is important. Nice to have. Just
Mhm.
like for other people who are very rich, maskin
Mhm.
magbakal pa na sila iPhone every month, nice to
Mhm.
have lang na nila. Or
Mhm.
pwede ma-consider na nila nga need kay te gusto nila updated from time to time, bagong salakyan, so need na nila. Pero to others who do not have, nice
Mhm.
to have lang inang pagbakal biga mga luxury nga mga unimportant at the same time. So my first ano in life is motto ko ini Sir Raymond, if you want to save, live below your means.
Mhm.
Hindi ka within, hindi ka sina makasave, and at the same time, do not put a lot of cash inside your wallet because you will be tempted to buy things which you do not necessarily need.
Mhm.
Amo ina sa sir, ako man kuta ko may cash ako, wala ako cash. But I have credit card, I have GCash, no? May mga pamaagi ko yang nga maka-pay. Pero wala ko ina-abuse, no? May mga credit line, credit limit. So to those, especially sa mga newly hired teachers, ara agwanta lang anay. Be contented of what you have for the moment, and when you have more someday, then that's the
Mhm.
time for you to buy the things which for others they are nice to have, but to you it is your need.
Mhm.
Muna.
Yes.
Ayos, di
Perfect yun,
magbutang
ma'am.
damo cash sa imong wallet.
Yes, amo
Oo.
gid hindi ko malimtan kanimo, ma'am, like before nga sang ETS ka pa namon sa Araling Panlipunan. That's what you
Oo.
always remind us, like, yes.
And another thing that is Sir Raymond,
Uh-huh.
sa totoo lang, when I was in Japan, I started writing all the expenses I have, daily
Ah.
expenses. And then I total it monthly average. Babadaan ko dahil nga ako nga average expense.
Hmm.
Oh,
Sige, sige,
electric
sige.
bill, oh, i-list bala sir, i-list, and you
Ah.
will know at the end of the month pila imo
Hmm.
savings. That's why nga may savings ako na ganito, ma-travel ako. Oh, di
Mhm.
ba? Yeah, mo
Ah,
na.
perfect.
Mm.
I like that.
Yeah, oo.
Last one, ma'am, is shout out or greetings sa family members or anyone.
Okay. To all my family members and my friends and my former students here and abroad, I would like to thank Sir Raymond for inviting me to this Be Inspired episode. I'm very happy that I have this given the time to be interviewed. You know, as a teacher, I have a lot of things to convey. Be inspired in every day of your lives. Be motivated. Eto lang, be grateful. Apat lang na, sir, which I got from the homily of the priest. Be
Mhm.
thankful every day. Love every day. Forgive every day. Amo lang na ang mga those things that your heart will be tamed, no? Be grateful, love every day, forgive every day, and give every day. Mangin mahatagon gino mahapos sa ihambal pero mabudlay siya himuon. So, sometimes we give indirectly. We don't know. Just like this one, I'm giving your time to you. No? So
Mhm.
I give every day, and then I forgive. If there are people who have hurt you, well,
Mhm.
look at the sky and have a place for you to reflect and tame your heart and pray that you forgive those people who have hurt you so that at the end of the day you can sleep well. Love
Mhm.
every day, love the unlovable. Those who do not love you, it's all right. What is important and matters most are those people whom you love or who loves you. So, eto sila yung mga family natin, immediate family, friends, and even kanami gid kung maka-receive ka mga text messages, I love you Ma'am Nesel, love you
Mhm.
friend, love you Miga. So you have to say it also. You have to give back the love that they give to you and be grateful. Amo gid na. Be
Mhm.
grateful every day because not every day is the chance to live, to be
Mhm.
alive. So be
Mhm.
grateful when your eyes blink in the morning. The first thing that you do is to thank God. Lord, thank you, God, for another life you have given me and use me. May I use this life to the best that I could be of help and be of service to my fellow men. So with this, kapasalamat din ako sa imo, Sir Raymond, ug sa mga nagapalamati. Take note, I am not a perfect person, but I try my best that even until now, I don't know if I am doing the right things, but only doing good things that we could say that the Lord, we manifested the love of God in our hearts. Okay.
Yes, perfect. So the pleasure is definitely all mine, ma'am, for giving me this time for us to get to know you a little more. So my takeaway for today is like listening from you is be thankful every day, love every day, forgive every day, and give every day. And thank you very much for doing everything you do for us, the teachers, and also for the Filipino children. And I'm looking forward to working with you when I go back to when I go back to the Philippines. And I'm also looking forward to seeing more of your travels in the future.
Yeah.
Next,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
So, madamo gid nga salamat, ma'am, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Gambate ko dasay. Hi.
Gambarimasu.
Bye-bye.
Arigatou
Bye.
gozaimasu.
Okay,
Bye-bye, ma'am.
bye-bye.
Salamat.